Cheaters are the ones who value self-gratification over intimacy. But why do they do it? Well, there are several reasons, one being self-esteem issues. Someone who has self-esteem issues usually values the desire to feel more attractive or powerful, or more in control and worthy. They seek self-worth, and in the process, they often tend to hurt their loved ones, especially their partner. Today on Our Space, we see that in the process of discovering self-worth, cheaters end up self-sabotaging and hurting the ones who love them. My story: how I discovered my wife's multiple affairs. So firstly, just a quick note. I'm reposting because my other posts either got deleted or probably I deleted it myself. I don't really remember. Plus, many people here wanted to know the story, so I don't mind sharing, and to be honest, I think it helps to write this down. In a way, it's therapeutic to write it down, and to let others know. Do have in mind that English is my second language, so there should be a few grammar errors here and there. First, how we met. One night during a night out with some friends and being the third wheeler, the girlfriend of one of my friends invited my ex-wife to join our table, which she accepted. During the hangout, we hit it off. The connection was there, the spark, the flame. I thought she was pretty and honestly, a little bit shy. How I was wrong. After that night, we went on a date, but before that, I purposely gave my contact wrong to see if she kept the interest. She managed to find me on Facebook and added me as a friend. We started texting, and thus the first date was made. And on the same date, I kissed her. We were sitting on the couch of a club, and I thought to myself, the worst that can happen is getting slapped. So I asked, "Can I kiss you?" She stared at me like a deer in the middle of the road. Then her face came closer, and bam, big old smooch. After that, she started coming to my house more and more frequently, and after a small argument, I said that I loved her. Bear in mind that this was the first time I knew that I indeed loved her. Not lust or passion, just simply love. She texted, "Do you really love me?" I responded, "Yes, I do." She asked, "Do you want to be my boyfriend?" I of course said yes. I know, massive red flag. After that, we started dating and everything went all right. She met my friends, which many in fact would betray me after, and everything felt nice. She introduced me to her parents and I introduced to mine over Christmas in 2019. She wanted to start a family and wanted to have children as soon as possible. Now I see that she was gaslighting me. I've always wanted to take more slowly, but I loved her at the time. Plus, I always wanted to be a father. She wanted to get married, and so we did. We got married at the beginning of the next year, 2020. We moved in with her parents, and since I was the only one with a job, I brought all of my income to the household. She never got a job, either because she didn't want one or was unlucky, I don't know. Although I did know that she never touched her pension for the medical leave. All stored up. And I was penniless. The bills kept coming and the payments were done. Fast forward a few months, I get the suspicion that something's off. By this time, I had managed to clear her name from a previous husband's debt and her mother's, and was still paying for her car. Also, I paid for an operation for her to get thinner for her health. She was quite obese. Like, pretty big. She didn't exercise and fast food was her go-to meal. I, on the other hand, since I was a chubby guy since childhood, tend to take caution, but at that time, I was also very big. I knew something was off, but I couldn't point it out. She would constantly belittle me, criticize me, and tell me to man up. I kept quiet and just assumed it was my fault. I didn't want to lose her. I was so stupid. Rose-tinted glasses. Her father belittled me, her mother criticized me. The only good people of their family was the grandparents. Things remained like this until her mother got sick and went to the hospital. She stopped sleeping with me and the bedroom was dead. I grew in frustration, but bottled it in. She would go out at odd hours to return way late. No hugs, no intimacy. Until one day I said, "Will you please go sleep with me just once? I need my wife with me." She decided to go sleep with me only one night, and then again sleeping with her mother. When she slept with me, she was angry to do so. I decided that I would stop asking, and started sleeping alone. After that, she would only sleep with me if she so desired, or because her father wanted to. And intimacy was dead only once or twice each 4 months or so. Because of our financial crisis, she wanted to do some naughty work. I gave her my consent, but told her I was opposed. Well, my body did. No more kisses, nothing. She said, no, she promised to stop, and that she was only mine afterwards, yet still didn't sleep with me. And again, I always had to initiate. My frustration grew. Fast forward to this year, January, my mom gets diagnosed with breast cancer. I warned her I wanted to go and see my mother. She said she couldn't come because she had a course starting in February. My guts started giving me a warning sign. From February to March, she goes to her course for renovating her licenses to start doing private security jobs. When she returns, we were lovey-dovey. Then before leaving again, she drops the bomb. One of my friends wanted to do the dirty with her and that he loved her. Got upset about the fact and started a witch hunt. Cut contact that I remotely had a suspicion of being capable of doing this. This was before we got married, and she came with the BS excuse of, "I didn't want to damage your relationship with your friend." BS. Red flags waving in the sky. I confided with a true friend about my situation. He told me, "Mate, she is doing the dirty with other guys. Check her phone if you're not sure. If there's nothing there, you can relax." During this crisis, my ex-wife decided to run away with other men rather than helping me out. All I just needed, in my opinion, was a kiss, a hug, a warm night. Nothing else. I would be happy. She returns from her course. I wait for a few days. The days she gets back, decides to make an argument with me, saying that I'm doing nothing for us and that I don't take the initiative. Some old complaints. We were planning during that time to move out and got to a city that has a lot of job offers and start living just the two of us. Plus my mother-in-law. In a way, it was never just the two of us. My mother-in-law was always there. During the argument, she asked, "Why don't I take her again on dates?" I replied, "Well, your mother is always with us. I can't have a little alone time with you. Plus, every time I proposed for us to go on dates, she would deny it or just plainly tell me that she didn't want that." During this time, I didn't have any proof. A few days go by, and on the 13th of May, after she's asleep, I unlock her phone. I felt dirty, stupid, by doing this, but that feeling quickly went off and was substituted by rage. I saw on her WhatsApp loads and loads of texts, pics, videos, you name it. She did everything. Meanwhile, I was stuck at home with a dead bedroom and penniless. I found out that she was in bed with another man during my birthday. Rage soon came. I wanted to slap her awake, but thanks to my mother, I managed to remain calm, went for a smoke outside. After that, every day until she left, I collected evidence upon evidence. I tried to sweep my tracks, but every time I kissed, I felt like I was going to puke. I trusted her with my life. I wanted to raise a child with her. I wanted to grow old with her. But after that night and until today, I only feel rage, disgust, and hurt. So much pain. The day before she left again, for her course, I confronted her. At first I said, "We need to talk. Don't you have anything to tell me? Are you sure? Aren't you back into the bad life?" My term. "Are you not seeing other men? Other women?" She denied everything. I asked her to show her cell phone. She didn't. So a little bit later, I showed her a small part of what I found out. Just the more recent ones. She didn't know. At least that's what she said. Her mother took the blame. I didn't believe that and still don't. So she left. I told my mother what happened. On the 24th and 25th of May, I went home to my parents with just a small duffel bag with a few essentials. Although I did tell her about it. On the next day, I talked with my mother about the situation and started planning for the D-Day. On the 2nd of June, I wished her a happy anniversary. It was our marriage anniversary, and at night I told her I wanted a divorce via FaceTime. After that day, she tried the usual cheater's BS. "Are you sure this is what you want? Remember, we are stronger. Didn't you want to grow old together?" etc. During this time, I was wavering a bit and kept contact to a minimum. We were supposed to meet right after to sell our wedding rings, but she was a no-show. Quite probably, she went to the place she was staying to do some nightly activities. I went and sold my rings with my mother-in-law, and she was tearful, but I didn't feel a thing. Nothing. Just anger. We went with a friendly divorce. I kept my things, she kept hers. We later met before the divorce to talk and sign the paperwork. She wanted to know why. I told her, "You neglected me, you didn't sleep with me, you didn't have intimacy with me, you didn't care. You always told me I was your first priority, but your actions told me otherwise." She asked, "Didn't you think that if we lived alone together, things would change?" I believed for a while, but you never changed, and the day never came. "I never cheated on you." I don't believe that, and never will. "Can we at least remain friends? You will change your number or block me on Facebook, etc." Sure, I won't. I blocked her after the divorce. I've maintained a no contact policy to this day. The anger has mellowed out. It's still there. I hate her for what she did. She transformed a pure thing into plain hatred and hurtful feeling. One day I will forget, but never forgive. I don't know if she has read it or not, but one thing I can say, there's hope. Working out makes me feel better. Playing video games and many other hobbies have been resumed on my part. I'm moving on. The scars are still there, but I will do whatever I can to get over this. I'm going to get to a psychiatrist in October and should get a new job in the area I'm living in now. It's time to close this chapter. Thank you all for the support. I hope that my story inspires you a bit, and remember, it hurts, but it will pass. If you need someone, I'm here to help. Good luck, guys and girls. You deserve better. P.S. At the time I got married, I was 25 and she was 23. Abbreviation SFAR 7867 responds first. Glad to hear that you are doing better now. As to you telling her that you'd still be amicable and then going full no contact after the divorce finalization, I say, good for you. Others may say that you lied to her about that, but I believe that, as she'd had multiple affairs while you were married, she deserved to be lied to on this one thing. What did you get by deceiving her? An amicable and relatively financially painless divorce. Your freedom and a chance to truly heal from the gaping psychic wounds she inflicted on you with her wanton ways and multiple infidelities. The OP replies, when she said that to me, I was thinking, is she bloody serious? She wants to remain friends after all this? You wish. Wow, OP, I am so sorry. You didn't deserve that constant beratement from her or her family. In the beginning of your relationship, it sounds like you were the shiny new thing that gave her all the attention in the world, feeding her ego. Unfortunately, it sounds like your ex had a serious lack of self-confidence and ended up seeking self-gratification elsewhere after the love of the chase ran out with you. It's all about the chase for her and most cheaters. Moreover, a partner who is getting all their intimate needs met elsewhere usually lacks the willingness to have them met where they're supposed to. If your partner no longer expresses an interest in physical touches like hand-holding, kissing, or even sex, you are dealing with one of the major signs your partner is cheating. But the fact that she wanted to remain friends? That seems delusional. Clearly, she had no idea what she had done or didn't care at all. Why do you think OP's ex cheated? We're going to check in with an update. Hi guys and girls. I wanted to give a heads up on what's been happening. So after I divorced my ex, I went through a bit of a melancholic phase. I asked constantly, why? Why did she do this? She wanted to grow old together and all those things. I also wanted that too. Now, after almost 3 months divorced, I have conformed myself that she made her choice, not that I want to accept that, and that there was no way to repair our past relationship. I don't think I will ever talk to her again, at least willingly. I feel that she never gave me the answer that I wanted. Today, if she hadn't cheated, would be our anniversary. I feel that she never gave me the answer that I wanted. Today, if she hadn't cheated, would be our anniversary. I feel that she never gave me closure, but she knew that cheating was a deal breaker. I don't say that I don't want to tear her a new one, that I don't want to yell about, or scream, or shout. Yet I know that this rage is going to go away. I've started to work out at the gym, still trying to change jobs, and simply trying to start anew. Besides the rage and the anguish that I feel, I also feel better. Not depressed, cheerful more times than ever. I've started to put myself out there again. I didn't meet anyone yet. Perhaps one day I will. For now, I'm going to enjoy the single life to the fullest. So guys and girls, there's a light out there. You don't have to be unhappy. You don't have to compromise and sacrifice. If the other end doesn't, don't let them chain yourselves. Things will be better. There's always a calm before and after the storm. P.S. If you want the backstory, check my profile. If you can't find it, DM me. Edit. I've made a new post about my story. Feel free to check on my profile. I tried to include as much details as possible. No names, and just give you my side of it. Honestly, OP, I'm not sure she wanted to grow old together. I'm thinking she's the type of person that wanted to keep you around when she wasn't getting her ego fed elsewhere. But you're completely right. The rage will go away, and you don't have to be unhappy. You shouldn't have to wait for someone to treat you the way that you deserve, especially in a marriage. You are in charge of your life, and don't ever let people belittle you or walk all over you. You deserve so much more than that. You deserve someone who wants to share their lives with you and grow old with you. Someone who can't wait to jump in bed with you at the end of the day. Have you been in a similar experience? What did you do to get through all of the emotions? Share your stories in the comments below. Please be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. Also, please let us know what you thought of today's content in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. See you soon.